Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 58 of Direwolf20's OmniFactory Let's Play series, where you can see I've got a reactor ready to go. Hey, check out this cool thing. Somebody, you know how there's like for big reactors and extreme reactors, there's like a program you can run to help you design your reactor. Well, somebody made one for nuclear craft, which is cool because obviously there's a ton of different ways to build your reactor. What's really cool about it though is he added a feature to the Reactor Designer where once you've built a reactor in this third-party external program, right, you can hit a button and it'll export a building gadget string, which you can then import into the template manager. So you build it in the program and you click a button and then boom, you can get it in your real world, of your Minecraft world at least, right? How cool is that? I think that's the coolest thing ever. As you can tell by my literal levels of excitement, I am pretty thrilled about that. So with that said, I think our tasks right now would be to get this bad boy going. So I've got this. I've created all the things I think that I need to put in there. So I should be able to whoop, and then boom, we've got the core of our 2B nuclear reactor. How cool is that? How cool is that? I think that's super cool. I think that's super duper cool. Yes, I'm aware I have a jetpack. But it's not an ideal mining jetpack. It's not the best jetpack for mining. So we're gonna have to go with this for now. But yeah, I was very pleased with that. So like I built this design right in the program, right? Like, hey, this is the design of my reactor that I didn't come up with, right? I just Googled like, hey, what's a good breeder reactor design or something like that, and I found quite a few recommendations on the interwebs from people that are probably smarter than me. And that's one of those things that like you don't want to get intimidated by mods like this. If you're afraid like I'm not going to be able to figure out like a good design, you don't have to figure out a good design. I mean, if you want to figure out a good design, be my guest, right? Because it's fun. There's a lot of cool mechanics to these things, right? So coming up with a good design is totally fun to do. But if you don't want to do that, nothing says you have to. It's pretty cool. So with that said, we are ready to roll, right? With this cool little thing we got going on here. So let's get our reactor casings. And we've got a reactor port. And we should have a fission reactor controller ready to go with this. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to want to do, could I put you on, I'm just curious. Could you be on surface mode? And we could, like, do that. Seems pretty cool. Oh, I like this. I like this. But what I'm probably going to want to do is have, like... Realistically, vertical wall mode would be the way to go here. With a range of 5, I want to say. That should be what we're looking at, right? But that's not true. Maybe a range of 6. 7? Nope, I think 6 was right. Because 6 should give me a little bit taller. No? Okay. 7 is going to be cool, but the problem with 7 is it's going to do that. So let's make it 5. And then we'll just have to fill in a few manually, right? Not the end of the world. And hopefully, you know, our buddy here will appreciate what we're doing. Mr. Reactor. Am I doing this right? I hope so. We'll find out, right? Okay. So a couple bits of manual building later. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So if I wanted to... Basically what I could do, by the way, would be to put it there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to get this thing built. I really do need to get a better jetpack, though. That's like 100% on my to-do list. Let's do this. And that. Cool. Alright, let's just get this thing built. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not, this should be a valid design. Nice. Look at that heat. Look at that heat reduction. That should be pretty awesome, right? So didn't we have like a really high amount of an HEC Californium thingy, like something that was super high level, right? A minute ago. What was like the last one that we played with? I think it was Californium, right? Right. So like, let's get as much of this stuff as we can. We need more of this. Is really what it comes down to. Where does this stuff come from again? I don't know. I lose track. I lose track very quickly. Californium 252. We need a lot of it. If we want a... Yeah. 251 needs a lot of 252. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. We need a lot of 252. So where's 252 come from again? LECM or HECM or HEB. Isn't that the beryllium one? Yeah. Berkelium. That's it. Berkelium and berkelium. So let's get like a high energy berkelium. So the main thing we don't have, which I think we're going to want to have, right, is that, yeah, so like here, we should be able to put this guy, right? And we're obviously going to want a lever, which we've got that ready, right? So that's low energy. This is high energy berkelium. Do we have enough for that? Yes. Cool. Can I put you in there? Whew, that is awesome. Nice, dude. 21,000 RF a tick? I'll take it. I'll take it. That is cool. Look at that. We can't even... Oh, right, because I don't have the thing hooked up yet. Direwolf, please. This is sometimes a little bit tricky to get going, I've found. Hey, it worked the first time. I'm happy with that. Cool. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. We have no problem with that high-energy berkelium stuff. Nice. And you're going to depleted fuel that guy. So then you need to be... What do you insert on? Green, I want to say? Yeah. 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 So let's get item conduits here ready to hook this bad boy up. Sweet. And then you're going to be insert on brown. And we're going to basically let anything into you. Right? These guys can remain blacklisted on those like dangerous ones, but this can be anything, right? We'll let anything into you. And he burns really quickly too because he's much larger, right? And then extract on green, always active, which should get me hopefully some of that Americium stuff, which is cool. Oh yeah, Californium. Yeah, that's what I wanted, the Californium stuff. Cool. All right, not too shabby. Is that pretty much all of it? Or do I need an acceleration card in that guy? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So let's get that high energy Californium, right? HECF 249 or oxide. So that's this one, right? This is the one that we couldn't handle before, right? Because it was too hot. Okay, he's still pretty hot. He's still generating a lot of heat. The good news is, however, that we do such a good job with cooling that he's not that bad. We'll probably still want some kind of measurement on him, but the long and the short of it is we're in a really good position here, right? So should we add the HEB, the low energy berkelium stuff? Yeah, because we have some berkelium. I bet if we added the low energy berkeliums, right? The leb fuel, that's 248, right? That's the one that we're capable of making right now, I want to say. Yeah, yeah. Because I want it all to be low energy, because I'm more interested in the breeder aspects than the not breeder. So let me add these patterns and we'll be right back. So right now I'm sitting here thinking, like, do I even want these guys anymore? Like, maybe. What do we get here? LEP fuel? Yeah. Was that a quest? Was there a reason I wasn't extracting that dude? I forget. I don't know, but you're going in here now. So you should be extract always active, and you're running on LEB. Cool. Okay. Works for me. So your extractor is active. I turned off the inserts on these because this guy's going to burn through the fuel a lot faster than the other two. So we'll see if it's necessary. So nuclear craft. So what else? What do we have a lot of? Thorium. And we have a lot of plutonium, right? Curium, I think we haven't automated. Did we? Did we not do curium? LEC fuel? We do have this. What are we missing for that? Curium. We have a different type of curium that we can make. All right. What other nuclear craft fuels do we have at this moment? Californium, right? So I think what we want to do is the low energy version of Californium. So let's get this programmed as well, right? So like you, and then the low energy fuel version of Californium. I think it's probably the right way to go with that, right? I'm just curious, what is LEC? That's the low energy form, right? That's depleted. That gets us some 250, some 251, some 252, and some more 252. Okay. And then what does the high energy version do? That 250, 251, 252, and 252. I don't know. Brain hurty. Brain hurt. Dire not know. We're just going to go with the low energy versions just because I want to be safe from heat. Right? Safe from heat, good. And if we wind up with a bunch more Californium, cool beans. Right? So there's your LECF Californium. So can I add you to the export here? And my suspicion is that you're going to make all the things and then dump it right in there. And you're not going to have a problem with heat. Yay! Okay, cool. So I guess that's cool. I have no idea, to be honest with you guys. I really don't. I really don't. But I'll take it. So, yeah, good times, right? I'll take that. All right, so how are we then otherwise doing? We're doing pretty good, I think. So quest-wise, I think we're cool here. We're saying now that you have all the basic balloon to produce mass stabilizer for the synthesis of omnium. Okay. You'll need to build far few reactors to complete this task in a reasonable amount of time. Or that big one, which seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of coins. How many coins was that? Was that 1,000? It was 1,000. Okay, that was a lot of coins. But hey, I'm excited because we have a pretty nice reactor now. Definitely a larger one. Definitely can like fill this room up. Hey, building gadgets, I could use you on build to me mode, I think would be a good way to go here. Cool. All right, more terracotta, please. That seems pretty cool. See, look how fancy it looks. Okay, I like it. Looking good to me, right? Actually, I think I want to leave this one off like that a little bit. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. That looks good. All right, works for me. Let's move on then, shall we? Because we've got lots of nuclear craft is completely taken care of, right? I would say nuclear craft is done at this point. I want to knock out these tier 2 and 3 microminers. Possibly space station assembly. We'll see. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. But the reason I want to look at... one of the things I want to do in addition to looking at this is I would like to automate rocket fuel if I can. Because I suspect that rocket fuel is going to be something that we're going to need to automate if we're going to be actually messing with microminers at all. Which I suspect we're going to want to at some point, right? So he needs, for the microminer, right? In fact, let's do it this way, because this would be easier, right? So the tier 2 microminer, let's add him. Oh, he's an advanced assembly. Oh my goodness, look at all these things. That's a lot of steps. That is a lot of steps. That is a lot of steps, right? But all the micro miners need rocket fuel in some way, shape, or form. Even the tier 9, okay, he doesn't need rocket fuel. Tier 10, tier 5, tier 1. Okay, maybe they don't need rocket fuel. It looks like only the lower tier ones do. Like the higher tiers just need energy, it looks like. I'm not seeing a need for the medium. Where's a medium microverse? Tier 4, right? That's a medium microverse projector. And that's when we can get, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Iridium and osmium. I want that. I want some of that stuff. I don't have access to that stuff yet. But I suspect that we're going to want to do tier 2 and 3 just to get them done. Just to run them. So we may or may not want to make large amounts of rocket fuel. We'll see. But let's get... let's run one of these just to see what they look like. But I'm pretty sure the first 3 microminers are not super important, but later versions of microminers are more important. Cool. So I think we're pretty much wrapping up with the mid-game stuff, and we're broaching into endgame now, as you can probably tell. We're getting close to that. So there's things we're going to need to get pretty soon. Yeah, things we're going to have to get really pretty soon to get into late game. But for now, let's make our microminers. Cool? So the tier 2 microminer is going to need a bunch of stuff. So let me make it off camera, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back. And I think I've got everything I need for this. Hooray! I'm only going to do one run of these because, frankly, I don't think we need to run too many of them, right? So rocket fuel. Do want to add this. So let's keep in mind there's quest complete. Hooray! Claim them rewards, them pennies. Need all the pennies I can get. So we've got that guy going, right? So now to run him, I need 12 buckets of rocket fuel, right? So let's get ourselves a tank. Where's our good tank? There. Now I know that at some point I had rocket fuel going on. Probably right around the time that I was playing with rockets. Right? So there's rocket fuel there. Why don't I just get... What do I got here? I got 20 buckets. That's not bad. And that should be fine. Yeah, let's stick with that. We'll stick with that. So over to here we're going to go. Right? And then this is item output. And this is fluid input hatch. Hey, yeah, look at that. Cool. All right, small microverse projector. Missing input item. So that was where? Is that here? Yeah, it is. Cool. You? Cool. Missing input item. What else do you have to go? Oh, you need 2 quantum flux. If I want these things, or if I want whatever stellar creation data is. That's going to make universe creation data. We're going to need large amounts of that if we ever do decide to go with it. So let's go with quantum flux. Now, was that something that I taught you how to make? Quantum flux. Is that needed, like, for all the things? It is. So I'm always going to need some form of quantum flux. So we absolutely want to teach this thing how to make quantum flux. So what is involved in making quantum flux? That ain't bad. Or that. Neither one of those are bad, actually. Moon dust? Do we have moon dust? Obviously, moon dust is not hard to come by. And diamonds aren't either. So let's do quantum flux with that recipe. And I'll just pop over to the moon real quick and get lots of moon dust. Because I feel like that's probably a smart approach, right? And the end matter stuff. I think we have probably a lot of that end matter. Yeah, we have a lot of that. But pulsating crystals, is that what you said you needed? Pulsating crystals, if we wanted to go that route? So that's more automated. This is slightly more automated, right? That's an ender pearl and an iron in addition to diamond. I mean, iron and ender pearl, I can probably burn a few of them, right? Yeah, let's go that route. Let's go that route. I like that one better. Because we've already got this automated, right? So I think that's probably cool. So can I have like 10 of you? Should be good, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Should be actually pretty quick to get. Because crafting this pulsating iron shouldn't take long. I don't think. You know what? Pulsating iron might still be in my slow alloy smeltery. He is. I should move him to the good alloy smeltery. That would be a smarter move, right? Put him in the good alloy smeltery, which I think we have another one over here. Yeah. See how much better that is? See how much better? Way better. Way better. right? And pulsating crystals, I think they're on a high voltage line as well somewhere. One of these dudes is a pulsating crystal. There he is. That was him. See all the automations? It's all good. So if I pop that dude in there, was that enough, or do we need more than that? Yeah, it should just be 2 quantum flux. Missing input item. I disagree. You have all the input items you need. You have a titanium plated microminer tier 2, and you've got 2 quantum flux. Maybe you need exactly 2? Are you going to complain if I give you too much? I hope not. That actually, I feel like, should be working. Right? Shouldn't that be working? 12 buckets of fuel? We've got 20 buckets of fuel, so we should be good there. Missing input item. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break and replace you. Missing input item. I agree. You seem to think that, don't you? This is your normal item input. You're missing input item. I disagree. It works. Explain what I'm doing wrong, somebody. It's not cool. Yeah, you should totally be getting that. I would love to get my bauxite and copper and scheelite and tungstate, please. And whatever radium salt is. Oh, it makes rock salt and radon, of course. Beats me. Let me play with this a little bit and we'll be right back. I can't get it to work, so let's try the tier 3 microminer because that's what's next on our list anyway, right? So let's take a look at that guy, right? So for him, we're gonna need this quest completed, which I just did. And there's your tier 3 microminer. So let's get him added to the to-do list and I'll make it all off camera and be right back. All right, I think we're getting close. Let's see, what am I missing here? Just some reinforced mining lasers. What are those used for? 3 and 4, tier 3 and 4. And eventually it combines with radon to get a supercharged laser array, which is used for 5 and 6. So I should probably teach this one. All right, continuing along. Be right back. Oh, you're an advanced crafting recipe. Look how annoying you are. All right, so one of the things we needed here, I decided I'm not going to automate this yet because I don't want to spend time in today's episode doing the packaged auto mod. But we might be automating this in the future. We'll see. For now, we've got a lot of buckets of this stuff. I think I'm going to just make this available for future use, right? So what we're going to do is have a storage bus, which shouldn't be too hard to make, I wouldn't think, especially considering we already have an interface hanging out. So that's good, right? We get our storage bus here. We'll do our cables here. And now we should be able to see our argon balls, which is cool. And I can get the ones I need, right? So for the future, when we want to automate this, we have argon balls auto crafting. Cool. We should have our tungsten carbide. So I need 4 of those per laser. And I need 2 lasers, so I need 8 of those. Cool, be right back. All right, so I think that's pretty good. Let's see. So I've got you, 5, 8. So I just need 4 individual pieces of quartz. Let's put away our scanner for now. So that should be cool. Yay, 2 of those, nice. And now this guy here just needs those basic guidance systems, which I know I crafted, but I didn't pull out. Fair enough. Cool. So now we have a tier 3 microminer. Sweet. Quest complete. Just for the sake of doing it, honestly, because I don't think there's a lot that I get from the tier 3 microminer that I really care about. So that's that. So now you need 4 quantum flux and a gemstone sensor if we want to get some exquisite diamonds and emeralds, gold, and silver. Or if I wanted to get scheelite, tungstate, rutile, copper, tetrahedrite, redstone, and certus. I don't know that any of that is really necessary for me at this point. So why don't I go with the gemstone sensor? Just so we can do that. Now, is the gemstone sensor for everything? It is. So the gemstone sensor is used a lot. Kind of, maybe? I don't know, sort of. It's used in the future at some point. So yeah, let's get him added there. Gemstone Sensor. Get him added and figure out what we don't already know. IV sensor, I'm pretty sure I don't have an IV sensor, right? So I definitely didn't teach it that. Optical sensor, I don't think I taught you either. That's going to need an EV sensor, which I also don't think I taught. Okay, be right back. So here's a funny story. The Gemstone Sensor needs a sensor, which needs an osmium rod, and I don't think I have access to osmium yet. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, which I could be, but I think osmium needs higher tier microminer. So I think what I have to do with here is the basic quantum chest, which hopefully I have the capacity to make. Let's come back in a minute. Looks like I can. All right, let's see if this is right. So you, and 20, not enough inventory space for outputs. Okay, cool. That's at least an improvement, right? Big item output, we're going to remove you, and we're going to upgrade you to be a huge item output. Works for me. Is that enough inventory space now? You cool? Are we groovy? Processing! Woot! It runs! Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't get my tier 2 guy to run here. It's kind of weird. But it's all good. We'll put him away. And then we should get a very large output of resources. Not enough energy? Really? You should be having enough energy. Linked output side. Mr. N-Steel? Because you're capable of accepting RF, aren't you? Isn't that how we had this working before? Yeah, and I mean, he has plenty of power over here. So what's your beef, stranger? What's the matter? What's the matter? Why ain't you running? Maybe you need more RF a tick? You know, that could actually be the problem. Conduits here. I didn't think of that, but the tier 3 microverse miner per tick, 8,000 RF a tick. For that one. Yeah, 8,000. This does 32,000, so N-Steel should be more than sufficient. Buddy boy. You should be more than sufficient. What's funny is, look, you can see that he's got power in there, right? And when we take that away, the power goes away. So it's almost like he's not getting enough power, which is fascinating to me. What if I did that? Would that kind of focus your power a little bit? Just curious. Device online, linked output side. I mean, you should be getting pretty good. So the only other thing to do here, and I hate to do it because it's very dire wiry, but we could connect it directly to the P2P. Right? With a bunch of cabling. Do we have more cables hanging out? I thought we had more cables. Oh yeah, there we go. Ha, we have a stack. Good job, me. So you're gonna load up to this. Let's just run it to here for now, because that's the easiest path of least resistance way. Huh. It's almost like you're not getting enough juice, buddy. How could that possibly be? Because we have a huge energy output here. We're allowing lots of energy. I mean, to be fair, there's 28 outputs on this single P2P tunnel. So, okay, I will grant that it's possible. I will grant that it's possible that I'm doing a bad job. But I don't think I have that many machines running at the moment. I really don't. What if I rubber you and you're full? See, I don't think anybody's really being that problematic, right? This should be working. Should. You know what I could try? I want to test a little bit here. I definitely want to test a little bit here. I want to see why this isn't working, because it really super duper should. So what I'm going to do... I think you're still a capacitor over here, right? Hey, what's up, buddy? I need to borrow you for a sec. Capacitors tell you the input and output power, right? So I would love to see... Oh, you know what it might be? You know what it might be? Hold on. 4096 forge energy per tick. There's your problem. I just figured it out. That is cool. Okay. Modular machines, EV, energy input. Yes, that would probably be where we need to be, right? So we need an energy input hatch for EV. So first off, get me for a view. EV machine hull. And some aluminum cables, which we always need more of. Okay, so you, and then you. Almost there. I knew it would be something silly. I knew it would be something silly. Dire being a derp. It just occurred to me because I remember I had to switch my item output. We didn't have enough power. So that should be more than enough. Right, back up and running. And now you're cool? Alright, but you shouldn't have eaten my Microverse dudes. This should have worked. Because his blueprint is the guy that does the thing. Right? Right? I feel cheated. I feel cheated out of those resources. Because the blueprint is the guy who holds the data, so he shouldn't have been reset by his lack of power. I wouldn't think. Huh. I feel justified. Let me just get more back, because I feel like that shouldn't have happened for sure. That's right, I have to open LAN. Allow cheats, please. I'm cheating this in. You're all seeing it. Tier 3... this dude? So one of you. In Flux, we had, how much was it? 4 quantum flux? And a quantum chest. A basic one. So these guys go in here. Missing item input, huh? Yes. 4 quantum flux and a tungsten carbide tier 3 microminer. Okay. So now you're missing fluid input, so we need rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. I'm just gonna get 20 of them, just because they stack this way. Because I want to see this work. I want to see it actually do stuff. Processing. Now you're working? Yeah, I wouldn't expect the energy input. Like, I would think if I had broken this one, we would have lost the processing thing, but not the other one. But okay, that should be cool now, right? All right, let's get this guy covered back up. Hashtag dire cheats. Hey, when I feel like I've been cheated, I cheat back. That's the rules of the dire wolf. When I feel like I've been cheated, I cheat back. Ha ha ha. All right, so that should be cool. We got our stuffs. Neat. What are these things do I want to just smelt straight up, right? So tin ore, sure. Redstone ore, sure. Cassiterite, that's also tin, right? Yeah, do the thing. Rutile, that's probably going to have to be pulverized. Copper we can smelt. Tungstate will also need to be pulverized. Scheelite will also need to be pulverized. Tetrahedrite does what? That's copper, so we'll hang on to that dude. Sturgis quartz, yeah, we can smelt him right up. And tungstate. So these guys all need to be processed down here. And rutile as well. All right, cool. All right, so I think that's wrapping up point for the episode. So we got another nuclear reactor built, which is cool. He's doing a great job, by the way. We're currently not doing anything with him because we're kind of out of nuclear craft fuels. We do have some, mind you, but none of the ones that I've set up for auto crafting are available to us at the moment until we get more uranium. So what I should probably be doing before we wrap up this episode is looking to see if pitch blend, which I feel like it can, pitch blend ore can be smelted right into pitch blend, which can then be what? Thorium, uraninite, and lead, huh? That doesn't sound super cool. But if we macerate it, we'll get thorium and ground pitch blend, which we can get more thorium from which we can get. All right, so we don't get uranium. I would love uranium-238, more of that uranium-238 dust, right? Is that only coming from uranium-238 ore? Is that what it is? Thorium ore also has a side effect of getting it, right? Yeah. Uraninite can also sometimes get it. So that's not bad. We might get it from uraninite. Okay. So I might run that through my pulverizer, because we'll get like a decent amount of uranium-235 from the uraninite. I think I've got some of that over here somewhere, probably in this chest. Yeah, we got a decent amount of uraninite from that vein, right? So pitch blend will get me more thorium dust, and uraninite will get me more uranium-238 dust. Good to know. Good to know. We may probably process it, but we'll see. I think what we're going to do is hold off on any more nuclear craft stuff until we decide that we absolutely need a lot more and we know exactly what we need. Because basically our guidance from the quest so far has just been like, hey, here's a lot of different things, you might need some of them, but I don't know which ones I need, right? Obviously I'm not using the plutonium at all, because I suspect at some point we're going to want that stuff for something. So I think it's time to break into endgame, guys. It's crazy time. We've reached the endgame now, as a famous person once said. So Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, because still having a lot of fun with this pack. We'll come back next time and break into endgame quests and see what happens. And then we've got a nice reactor for the future when and if we need to breed more different types of uranium fuel and stuffs. All right, guys. Darryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.